Congressman, the one big beautiful bill, as President Trump calls it, he wants to get this reconciliation process through the Senate. Obviously, the House, you have to work together. Where are you on getting this budget framework passed?
Look, we have to work together and address the many issues that we're facing as a country, from the border to national defense to getting a tax bill passed and reining in the size and scope of the federal government, all of which are going to be part of this bill. My focus is on, obviously, the tax bill and lifting the cap on SALT, as well as protecting vital programs like Medicaid and making sure that those who are legally eligible to receive those vital benefits continue to do so. And so, we are going to work through these issues in the coming weeks and move expeditiously on getting a bill passed.
Democrats oppose all this, and they've said that you can't just find cuts in the budget through waste, fraud, and abuse. You're going to have to make cuts to Medicare and Social Security and Medicaid. That's what they say is going to happen. What do you say when you hear that?
Well, number one, they're lying because, first of all, Social Security cannot be touched as part of reconciliation. It's very clear. And so when they say things like that, it's just obvious they're attempting to scare people and not actually engage in a constructive dialogue. Number two, I've been very clear that I am not cutting Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid benefits to anyone. The fact is, people rely on Medicaid, for instance. Those in the IDD community are seniors, children, single mothers. The fact is, they need these vital programs, and we want to make sure that they are there for them. But when you have people abusing the system, when you have people misusing taxpayer money, such as illegal immigrants getting Medicaid benefits, like in New York, where they're spending over $1 billion on benefits for illegal immigrants through Medicaid, or those who are able-bodied adults without any dependent children who are collecting benefits and not working. These are things that we should want to make sure. And this wasn't a Republican idea. Bill Clinton championed work requirements back in the 90s. But the fact is, with $36 trillion in debt, a $7 trillion annual budget, $2 trillion annual deficits, we need to get our spending under control across the entirety of the federal government.
I know you want to extend the Trump tax cuts. You talked about SALT, and that is the limit on the deduction people can take for state and local taxes. Where are you on trying to get that changed?
It's critical, and I've been very clear. If there's not a fix for SALT, there won't be a bill, because I will not support it. And I know I have a number of my colleagues who feel the same way. But we are negotiating in good faith as part of this package, and I feel confident that we will be able to get a number that is beneficial to middle class and working class families all throughout my district and across the country, especially that live in high tax areas. It's an issue of double taxation and fairness. And we should not have a tax code that penalizes people because they're paying higher taxes to their state governments, especially when there are other states who may have lower tax burdens but are taking more in money from the federal government than they are returning to the federal government. So, this is obviously a major issue. And my Democratic colleagues want to say, oh, it's just about tax cuts for the rich. And that's just not true. I mean, the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act provided significant tax relief to every American by doubling the standard deduction. And if this expires, the standard deduction will be cut in half, which would be disastrous for every American.
Congressman Mike Lawler, a Republican from New York representing the 17th District. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.